So, you know, um, this is your host, Steve from the back, coming at you raw and unscripted once again. Uh, I know I haven't been on here for a while, and I'm gonna actually post a video explaining all the stuff I've been doing, um, and as to why I haven't uploaded in a while because I've been doing certain things. And well, I kind of don't want to do this. I kind of don't want to do this rant because it's kind of like shame on me rant. It's like this is like me shaming my own self pretty much because there are some things I'm going to say for sure in this rant that will get not only judgment, backlash, negative attention, and people will have their own opinion as always, but because I did say that I was going to do this rant is the reason why I feel like I have to hold myself to it, sadly. you know, so I have to hold myself to this goddamn rant, and at the same time, fucking shame myself. Like as if I need any more shame put upon my filthy name. So it is what it is. But this is going to be the rant that I would like to call the nastiest rant. The nastiest rant on YouTube for various reasons. Now, I'm just going to warn you, like, if you're sensitive or if you have, like, views to where you get triggered, as they say, you get triggered easily, then, just do yourself a favor and probably just leave the video right now because some things are about to be said that some people just can't really either handle or they just don't want to hear about this type of stuff. So, I mean, I can't speak for the whole community. Like, I'm a black man. I can't speak and say that we are all like me, that we are all like this. I cannot say that by any means that we all this or we all anything. Okay, I can't say that. But what I can say is I'm sure there's a handful, or I'm being generous. There's probably more than just a handful of black men that agree with certain things that I am about to say, not only in this video, but many things that I say in general. So one is and I'm just gonna not talk on this, but this is just something I'm just gonna speak on. So it was pretty hilarious. So I in this place, I'm not gonna mention where I was, but it was, I just happened to been talking to an acquaintance, and this person said something like, I called this girl super hot, and they were like, well, why is she so hot? Because she has a huge butt. and, and immediately in my head I'm thinking like I mean, like, yeah, like, I mean, first off, look at this. It's not that's not the only reason why, right? It's just that the ass, or I like to just call it the ass. I love saying it like that because that's just how a lot of us we like to say it like that, and that's just how I just look at it. You know, the whole thing is when you think of this whole big booty chick thing, I'm gonna break it down a little bit for you. I'm gonna break it down, right? And I'm not gonna mention any names, but I'm gonna actually put a picture of a person up here, and this person is not no big booty chick either. But I'm just trying to make a point. Like, so first off, a girl without the donk, or I like to call it the ass, you know, the big donk. A girl that does not have the sufficient butt. That's kind of like, I can only say it, and this is what I mean. Like, most of us black men, like myself, straight black men, will agree with this. You know, that's kind of like having like peanut butter and jelly without bread. It's not even like having that's not even having like bread without in jelly without peanut butter. No, it's kind of like you took like a huge like you took the most Because let's just face it, right? And I know a lot of you guys agree with me out here that when I say this, there's about two things you really need in a girl when you first look at her, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, but don't really correct me because come on, this is almost like gospel truth for us. It's two things you're going to look for. First, you're going to look for how pretty is her face is, and then how attractive her ass is. You know, it's kind of like those are the two. And it's kind of like when you throw those two things together, that is kind of the determining factor to a couple things. One, are you even going to fuck this bitch? Like, is she even what you call fuckable? See, now it's getting this is bad language. We're getting already into this being a very nasty rant and very based and nasty and coarse language. It's already kind of getting towards that. So I'll say that again. Now first off, it's is she is she fuckable? This is like some really Howard Stern type of stuff, but that's because that's the way shit is. That's real life. This is what it is. No fucks given. Okay, so no sugarcoating it either. So it's like, first off, you're like, okay, is she even fuckable? So you probably bypass the face already, and you just go straight to the ass. So you're like, because you're trying to picture in your head, like, would I even get aroused enough? Like, is she really like worth? Is she? The thing is she even worth me going through any lengths of anything? Like, even calling her, even like asking her out, even anything to fuck. Like, it's like that's the first level. It's like, okay, so at that point, you may not even need to really look too much at the face either. You're gonna looking at the body really, but the first thing, the biggest key is that ass. Okay, and I'd say it's almost kind of like the hips are almost like a connection to the ass. So the hips are the first, or well, the ass and the hips are really the first thing. But I mean, there are some girls out there that are very weird, and for some reason they have a big, they have big asses, but then they really don't have much hips for some reason. Like, it's like all their mass centers just to the cheeks of the ass somehow, and not like a fake, gross, fake ass either. It's just a weird design where some of these chicks just have like the most fullest protruding glutes, sometimes muscle and fat, and it's just the but then they lack the hips. They don't have that big side bulge, like that big old nice huge full childbearing hips. Like, they don't have that. They just have a pretty much a big ass, you know and that is a thing. But the first thing, we're looking at that. It's like, okay, so we're like, because that's like the deal breaker. That's really what's going to get us going. That's really what's going to find this girl really, really attractive, right? Then, it's kind of like, okay, well, she has the face. It's kind of like she has the face, she got the ass, and the hips go along. The chest is like, it's titled, it doesn't need to be much. It's like, it's not, we're just, this is, I'm an ass man, so we're not talking about the chest. The chest is good, but that's not really a big fucking deal, and it's by no means a deal breaker. Okay, she could fucking have like A cups for I give a fuck. Okay, it's not really, that's not what we're looking for really. Okay, that's not really the thing. She could have tiny breasts and a huge ass, and it's like just as good. Okay, but the thing is, we look at the face and see, the thing is, now just in my general opinion, the face does not have to be what conventionally exactly what everyone thinks is like such a fucking pretty fucking face. So that's why I put this woman up here. No offense to you, I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to bash on this woman, but I'm just saying most people would probably say that she's like a weird looking, older. They probably say she's gross or something like. And I honestly think no. I mean, I don't think her body probably, and I really don't know what this woman's body looks like. I've seen her before on like TV and crap, but I don't know what her body really is like. I really have no clue. But I'll say this, and I'll be honest. When I see a woman that's just a normal, just real woman, like she looks like a house mom. She looks like she could be a housewife. She looks like she could actually be like someone's young grandmother, even. If a woman looks like that, just kind of, she run of the mill woman, but she has that crazy body. Like, I mean, she has, that whole Mal Malloy ass hips thing going on. I am a sucker for that shit. I think that is the hottest shit. It's like fucking MILF house moms. It's like, they're moms. They're older. They could be what you even call like a mature woman, but they got the ass and they got they got every fucking they have everything. You know, the body's just like so on point, right? And it's just, in my opinion, it's almost irresistible. It's like you just can't not want to fuck that. I'm sorry, you know. I mean, everyone has their own thing, but I just think like, in my opinion, it's a huge plus plus. Especially us black men, we're like, what? we're so the funniest thing is it's almost polar opposites because these will be the very women that are like they'll be white women and they don't they're I'm not saying they're all clueless because not all of them but a lot of them they're almost half fucking I'm sorry but they're half fucking clueless. They're like clueless. They're like thinking, what, why would that young guy, they're not even thinking that's the first thing we're thinking. Like they don't even think we're into that. Like they have no clue. But us, especially us, and us black men, we're like, shit, what? Like, if she's not that old, we might want to even marry that chick. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of us, we just have a different taste out here. You know, we just have a different type of palate for these type of things. And it's exactly how it sounds. This is nasty. This is like, I'm just talking a little bit about our culture too. It's not all like sugar coated. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's like, this is what I like. This is what I'm into. And are we fucking or what? Okay, I want to fuck. Like this is how this is, right? This is no there's no bullshit with this. And I mean, and you'll find that's a common theme. Like if you really understand the black culture, especially amongst us men, you will understand that it's a lot about no bullshit a lot of times. Like just no bullshit. No sugarcoat, no beat around the bush, no nonsense. This is how it is, this is what it is. Take it or fucking leave it. And everyone knows that. You know, that's just how it is, right? And so that's that. I had to speak on that. And this is another thing too. She doesn't need to be older. She could be a younger woman. She could be older. She could be in between. This is what we're into. That's we like that type of shit. But I also have to say, and I've said this before, and I'm gonna have to say it again. And someone's gonna say this is really nasty because this is just so there's nothing redeeming about this rant. It's just nasty. It's like everything you're saying just is rotten. It's so well, fuck you, bitch. Get the fuck off my rant. Don't watch the video if that's how like if you're that type of person, why the fuck are you watching this? You know what I mean? So I have to say another thing is this whole, and I'm sorry, but I was thinking about this today. I was thinking about this today when I was at work. Actually, I was doing some stuff, and I was thinking like, so I know there's this whole weird thing where it's like, okay, black people claim or think that they are what's it called? Fuck, what is it? Marginalized, or that they are discriminated against or whatever, and stuff's unfair all the time. And it's like, yeah, that can be a thing. Sometimes that actually is the case. Sometimes it's really not. But what annoys the fuck out of me, and I'm just gonna keep it real. This is where people say, oh, you're toxic, you're this or that. One thing I really don't like is this: is I don't like the fact that you always try to lump us as blacks in with every other thing, especially gay people. Like it's like, why the fuck do you think that you can why do you think that you can try to say compare yourselves, those of you out there who are supposed gay people, try to compare yourselves to blacks like as if we're supposed to be allies or something, or disabled people too. It's like, what? Stop that shit. Like stop it. Like stop trying to dick ride a culture or something because you think that because you call a claim, I'll say claim because I don't even know if these claims are true, that you're marginalized or you're this or discriminated against. So you think that you're gonna fucking try to jump on our backs? Get the fuck no! Jump off! No, like no pun intended. Because first off, you need to understand this is one thing that you need to fucking understand. If you don't understand anything, you need to get this. Us as black men, you like to call people homophobic and all this shit. Us as black men have always been some of the most toxic, homophobic motherfuckers. First off, and misogynistic, actually. I'll be real. Like, because if you really get down to the roots of this thing, if you want to talk about African, not just black, like African American, but African black, it's some of the most homophobic, most fucking, what's the word? Misogynistic, toxically. Now I'll be real. I'll admit that a lot of that shit that they have going on is straight up toxic. Whether it's toxically masculine, toxically, it is toxic because it's just retarded. It's like, because you know they're treating women like shit, and they're treating homosexuals like shit. They're pretty much treating a lot of people like shit. Actually, I'll be real, and I'm sorry, Africans. I mean, I'm African too, so I mean, I'm really just talking about myself at this point because I am African. So, you know, it's like what the fuck. But the thing is, it's like I'm talking about the culture like over there, opposed to like here is way different. Like it's just like it's oppressive. You know, it's oppressive for some people because they just have not. I guess they have not become as progressive, for lack of a better word, as we are in America. But I will say it's a little annoying to see that like motherfuckers that are seemingly of like a, I hate to say this, but I'm just gonna be real, someone that seems like you're lacking, you know, because it seems like you're always lacking something. It's like, oh, so you're disabled. Why the fuck do you want to try to attach yourself to the black and the brown, to us, because you're disabled? What the fuck? It's like you're the reject of a team and you want to try to attach to us because it's like you're just dragging us down. You're just making us look bad, more bad. Then you get the people, like I said, you're supposed gay. Because I don't know, with some of you people, I don't know what to call you. Like, are you really gay, bro? You know, like I talked about this before about some men. It's like, you know, you get like these men that like I would clearly say, well, they're extremely gay. Like it's like, you know, they're all feminine, they're all, you know, they're acting like a cartoon character. Like they're all like what's the character? Stewie from friggin' what's it? Family Guy or something. Or like they're like, you know, the Brian's gay cousin dog. Like it's like, okay, we get it. You are clearly gay. You are openly gay and you are extremely feminine. Okay. In my opinion, that is less annoying or less weird than some other shit I've seen. Now, what really creeps me out, what I see a lot, is I see men where it's like you're obvious. It's like you're not obviously gay. It's like you're gay, but it's like you're I don't know if you're really gay. Like, are you really gay, or are you give you the benefit of the doubt and say maybe that you actually don't know what the fuck you are? You know, like. But then that just tells me how more fucked up you are as a person. Like then that shows me how fragile and weak and weird and just fucked up you are. Like what are you? You know, it's like at least be fucking something, or at least own up to being something. You know, it's like what the fuck. So I don't know, man. It's like, and I also have to put this out there. I also have to say, and someone's gonna say, Steve, you're just such a fucked up person. I don't give a fuck. You know, it's like I was gonna say like like I'll say it again. It's not those people who are like, okay, this girl or man is clearly gay as fuck. You know, they are clearly flipping around. They got all these gay mannerisms. You know, it's like clearly, you know, the way they talk. It's like, okay, we get it. We know you're that type. Like we know what's going on. No one's really like bashing on that. You know, I'm not bashing on that. Like that. Okay, like okay, I get what you are. We get it. What I don't like though, what I don't like, and someone say, how could you? So you mean to tell me you're disliking a person just because they are what they are? Uh, Yeah, what are you gonna do? Come arrest me or shoot me or something? Or fight me? What the fuck? You ain't gonna do shit. What the fuck? Like, so I can't have a fucking opinion. So I guess I'll just be bigoted then. Then I'm bigoted, right? Well, I don't give a fuck. Then I guess I'm bigoted then. I guess I'm just a bigoted motherfucker then, right? I don't care. What I'm saying is I don't like that whole shit of like men that are just fucking weird. Like it's like, you're gay, but then you have a falseness of your own masculinity, and then you're not even comfortable with the fact that you're fucking gay. You know what I mean? Then you're fucking all uptight in your panties about it. You know what I mean? Or you want to live like a double life or something, or you're too scared, I guess. Or maybe you're too scared or something to actually just be open that that's what you are. That's what you're really about. You know what I mean? That to me, it's like it's just the reason why it bothers me is because, like I said, I just don't like bullshit. I don't like that whole like you're not man enough, you're not this enough to just like that shit is out, man. Like that shit is like nah. It's just no. And most guys like me will tell you the same thing. It's like we're not nah, we don't take too kindly to that, bro. Especially if you're a man who you hang around like other men, you have men that are friends of yours and shit. And you know, I think most men would like to know if you are literally looking through their clothes like as if you're what you're really uh excited about is the fact that you like to fuck other men. Say like that's what I'm saying. Like it's not that that's what you are. Is really the problem. The problem is that you are not open about that shit. You know what I mean? And I also have to say, now I guess, what someone's business is their own. So it's like, if that's what you want to do, then, I mean, hey, that's what the fuck you want to do. But the thing is, most motherfuckers, especially like me, because there's a lot of people that have the same type of opinion. We are not, we don't welcome that shit. We don't respect that shit, and we are not about that shit. We are not. We're not like we're not on board with that shit. You know what I mean? We're just not. It's very frowned upon, especially because we think of it like this. We think of it like especially if you're trying to mess with bitches. You know what I mean? It's like if you're trying to mess with some chick, that chick needs a real man first off, and you're not that. Okay, because you may be an actual like physically a man, but the point is you are not a fucking straight man. She does not. Do you think that bitch is like, oh, I want to get in bed with a guy who either he cheats on me and he fucks men, or he wants to fuck other men. He probably is fucking me thinking about him. Do you think girls want that? No, you dumb motherfucker. So the point is this is like the point is you are a slimy motherfucker. That's what you're doing. And also you have to realize that a man that actually really values that woman, that is actually a straight man like myself, we we need women. Like the world is not just it's not doesn't just give you a wife or just give you a girlfriend or just give you this. So someone really could be really with that girl and she could be with them, but your ass, like I said again, your ass is on some slimy, shady shit, and you just can't seem to live out what you really are. Like, you just can't seem to just really live your life. So you have to fuck around with someone else's life on some bullshit because you just can't do what you know you should. Because it's like you could just be being what you are anyway, but instead no. So I have to say that. I have to put that in it. And they're like, oh well, that's just we can't think like we can't think like that anymore. This is this is 2022. That's you're a bit look. Like I said, I don't give a fuck. You can call me what you want, but all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is I have not changed. This is what it is, and I'll put it like this. There's probably like thousands, I'd say millions even of men that have the same opinion I have. It's just in this age, they don't want to say that shit. They don't want to say that. They don't want to just come out and say that. Or like even I said, they don't want to say what they really like in a woman, or they don't want to say what they want in a woman because it sounds base, like it sounds primal, like it just sounds so primitive and raw and nasty. It's like, so that's why you really are attracted to her. Like, what the fuck do you think attraction is? So I have to go back to the this woman. I'm sure I'm not going to mention her name, but you see her picture up there. Now it's like this, right? Let's say there was a woman, like that. Like she seems like she's in the high society. Clearly, in a high society. Caucasian, obviously. Um, has to carry herself a certain professional type of way. All eyes are on her all the time. Everyone's looking for her to make the wrong move. She's being micromanaged and scrutinized and being under a microscope every second that she's in the media or whatever. So yeah, so I get it. She has to have a certain type of demeanor, even if that's really not her. Like when she's at home and she's just like laying back, maybe that's not her. But the thing is, this is that now I bet when she's in the fucking bedroom, the gloves are off. You know what I mean? The mask is off. When she's in the bedroom, who the fuck knows what this bitch does? you know, she she might be fucking biting you. You know what I mean? Who the fuck knows what crazy shit she likes to do? She might be biting your fucking ass. You know what I mean? She might be wanting it up the fucking booty hole. Who knows? She may like her hair pulled. I mean, who knows what this girl may actually be into? There's no fucking telling what. There's just no telling what, because I always say this: people like a false image of reality. It's like they like this whole, oh, it's safe for work, it's safe for this, it's safe for the church, it's this and that, and it's all cutesy wootsy and pretty and in this little package but that's fucking bullshit, man. That's not what reality is. Reality is what you're really doing behind fucking closed doors. Reality is how you really act when the cameras are off. That's the reality. It's not this whole like politically correct, universally accepted TV fucking what's it like not TV pretty, but like the TV acceptable type of. None of that shit is real, man. Get the fuck out of here with all of that bullshit. None of that shit is real. None of that shit has any basis in real reality. Like I said, any bitch, I don't care who the fuck she is, once she gets behind those closed doors and the legs are open, she's just any other bitch. Okay, all of that shit is out the window. there's no decorum, there's no etiquette. It's just the gloves are off, and it is what it is. There's none of that shit. So, what I'm really trying to say is, at the end of the day, a woman is a woman. You know what I mean? It's like that's what it is. Like a person is just a person, and an animal is an animal. So, fuck the bullshit. All that like, oh well, like just because she might wear a little fancy suit and she's got this woman suit on, those women, professional women like to wear, and they look good in those suits too. I mean, I can't lie, but they like to wear those suits and shit, and they talk on a mic, and they talk smooth, and they got cameras on them and shit, and man, like, bitch, are you a virgin? Let me ask you this. You mean to tell me that you never got straight up railed? Like, you may have never been with a black man, but I know your ass done got railed from your toes up to the top of your head to the floor. I bet I know that's like, especially if you have kids. Like, what the fuck? You mean to tell me you never really, like, you're all you bitches are the same. All us men are the same. We're all the same. It's like, there's no. It is what it is, right? Like, you know, I mean, maybe a person like her, a woman like her, never had a certain type of sex, and like I said, I'm not trying to be racist, but I'm saying she probably has never even been with a fucking black man, let alone a person like myself. So she probably really has never had a taste of that type of action. But I'm just saying that I know that she's just like any other bitch. You know what I mean? Like in that situation, like it is what it is. You know what else is it gonna be? You know what I mean? You know, I'm just saying. And I'll be real. When I look at any bitch, that's what I think. I think the same shit. Is she a squirter, a screamer? I think all that shit. Does she like it in the booty hole? Is she freaky like that? Does she like? What does she really do? You know what I mean? Like what is she really about? Does she like the rough, aggressive shit? Is she into that type of shit? You know, because she is a bitch, right? Like, I mean, come on, like, come on. Like I said, a bitch is a fucking bitch. And all of us are fucking animals. All people are animals. If you have a fucking booty hole and you go to the bathroom and you take showers and perspire, you are a fucking animal just like anything else. You're not that special. You know, so cut the bullshit, fuck the bullshit. It is what it is. And a lot of you people that are walking around acting like you don't have opinions, like, oh, I don't have an opinion. You know you have a fucking opinion. You just don't want to say what you don't like and what you like because you feel like you'll be scrutinized for the truth or what you feel is your opinion. You know, you mean to tell me that you don't think certain people are fucking creepy or people are sleazy or lowly? I mean, there's people out there that think I'm lowly and sleazy and creepy because of the way that I either carry myself or the way that I am open about like what I like or what I believe in or whatever. You know, it's like I tell people, "Fuck yeah!" Like I don't discriminate. Like get the fuck out of here. Like, you know, I'll fuck a young bitch just as quick as I will fuck your grandma. Like if your grandma's hot, your grandma's getting fucked. Just be real. It'll be like, "Oh, mommy, grandma was wrestling." I think the guy was winning, but she seemed like she was liking it. You know, grandma was wrestling with a black man. Like what a black what do you mean she was wrestling a black man? What are you talking, grandma? Like what are you talking about? Like what are you even saying? Yeah, grandma was wrestling with a black man and she was making noises and yeah, I don't get like what? They're all getting fucked. They're all getting fucked. I mean, it is what it is. They're all getting fucked. You know, all those bitches are getting fucked. I don't give a fuck. It's going down, bro. Like, I rant. No, well, no, I didn't rant, but I posted a Facebook post. I was dead serious. I was like, you know, it was a. I'm wondering, should I mention their names? Because I don't want to like, because this is the thing, right? I mean, I don't want to disrespect. I'm not trying to disrespect women. That's the thing. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to disrespect women. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to disrespect them. I'm just being real. So I don't know if I should really mention these celebrity or actresses' names or whatever, producer, actress, whatever. You know, because I feel like I mean, maybe to take it as a compliment. Take it as a compliment, right? You know, because it is what it is. So I saw this thing on I think it was like some Disney Plus or Disney shit or I don't know, but they were talking about Prey and they were like talking about it was Amber Mid Thunder and then the other lady and the older lady and I think that like um I don't know. I think maybe the older lady's like a producer or something or director or some shit. I don't know. Maybe she acts herself or acted herself. And I know Amber Mid Thunder acts. And I was looking at both of them and I was like, you know, like I said again, when I look at bitches, I really look at them like so. I just, you know, you look, you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. So I was looking at both of them and I was thinking, you know what? Now, I'm not gonna say like they're the big booty, sexiest chicks I've ever like. They're not that type of chick. But I was like, I could see, you know, like I could see some things. Like I could see things that I was liking. You know what I mean? Like that's the way I can put it. Like, and you know, I just happen to like, I'll say like just racially, like I believe that they are both Native American. I believe Amber Mid Thunder is part Asian or something and I'm like, God damn, like I am a sucker for those Native American women and Asian. Oh man, white, mostly it's like white women, Hispanics. Native American, Asian. I'm like, God, that's just too much. That's too much to handle, man. All that type of those type of looks. I'm like, God damn, or is it hot? So I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, you know what, I could, like, to be completely honest, with no fucks given, because like I said, people so they try to front like, yeah, no, I wouldn't. Well, I mean, I was like, I said, man, I would probably knock the bottom out both them bitches and get high and drunk all in the same night. Like I bet you all I could see that all three of us high and drunk, and I would be fucking the shit out of both of them. I'd be fucking the shit out of both of them. And I mean, I just said it because it was like it's what I could picture. It's like what I thought like cuz I'm trying to really picture like I'm thinking like I'm trying to think like if those two bitches was, we're drunk, we're drinking, we're drunk, we're buzzed, probably a little high, you know, hanging out and like two bitches look like that. One's younger, they both look fucking kind of small. I mean, that's not really my thing. I'm into more, like tall, voluptuous women, but they're on the smaller side. But I'm looking at them. I'm looking at those type of features they got, and I'm like, shit, man. I'm like, man, I could totally see smashing that. I would totally smash. I'm not gonna lie. I would. I would. I'm not gonna lie. It would almost in my head. It would to me. It would be like, and I'm not. I'm sorry if I'm insulting anybody, because I'm not trying to say anyone is younger or older than they are, but I'm saying it would make me think of like fucking a girl and her fucking mom. You know what I mean? Like it would be like you fucking the hot mom and the hot daughter at once, which is practically like it. I mean, I know some of you other guys out there that's like a fantasy. Like who? Come on, like who wouldn't want? Who the fuck wouldn't want to do that? You know what I mean? Like fuck, man. And I don't know. I mean, sometimes I'm not saying that I can look at a girl and tell if she's fun or not, or if she's boring, or if she's more reserved or whatever. But my first thought was, you know what? both of those chicks, I was like, those bitches look fun. Like those bitches look like they have fun, man. They look something about just looks to me like they look like they know how to have fun. Like I'm like, they look like they know how to have some fun, man. I'm not gonna go as far as to say that they're like really like freaky either. I'm not gonna say that either. Like they want to do freaky shit. Like, oh yeah, we want to fuck you once, and we like to get fucked up the ass, and we want to do this just this porno type shit. I'm not saying that they're in like that. Like I could just tell that. Now I will say some women, yes, I can tell that they're into that, and a lot of usually a woman that is into that type of thing is usually a little bit more verbal about it too. They're not necessarily so ashamed to speak on that shit. But I'm just saying that this is the real, man. This is not the phony baloney. This is not make pretend like you wasn't thinking that. This is just but this is just for fun. You know what I mean? Like this is just me ranting for the sake of they're like, "Okay, Steve, we know you're thinking it, but we want to hear you say it." I know you are. I fucking know you are. You can't fool, so I know that's what you want. So I'm giving you motherfuckers what you want. Because I know that's what the fuck you want. And I promised you that I would give you this nasty rant, and also at the risk of uh shaming myself further because I am a walking ball of shame already. Sometimes I pride myself on it. Sometimes I feel a little dirty, but you know what? We live in a disgusting, filthy world, so what the fuck? I mean, you only live once. It is what it is. So I guess why the fuck should I care? Everybody wants to be whatever the fuck they are, so I guess I am what the fuck I am. You know. Uh, I was also going to talk about something else now, and this is where I'm going to lead to my close. But I'm going to talk about this, and I'm going to shame myself further. I'm going to shame myself so much to a degree to where uh it is disgusting to where it's like this is very risky. That I'm gonna speak on this. So I had this experience where I'll just be honest. I accidentally started to drink my own urine. I accidentally started to drink my own urine. And I'm gonna explain, give a short story how it led up to this, right? How this whole thing unfolded. So I went to a particular person's house. Okay, this individual was a female, and let's just say when I was there, I got significantly. I wouldn't say really, 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 like really, really high, but I got significantly high. Okay, I got significantly high. So, I had smoked and then I came home. But when I came home, I just did not want to leave it at that. I don't know why, like, why would you not want to leave it at that? I don't know. I just wanted to go further. So I had some Coronas, and so I started drinking this Corona, and somehow my memory's a little foggy, so I don't really know how this even happened, but somehow apple juice came into the mix. I don't even know how the fuck it happened, but somehow apple juice just came into the mix. There was Corona, there was apple juice. I was already pretty high. I was ready to take a nap after, but I was saying, you know what, I'm gonna go out with a bang. Honestly, I was a little disappointed because I didn't get to fuck, so I didn't fuck this girl. That's really obviously I wanted that, but that's not what ended up happening. So, I was like, this is bullshit, man. So I was like, let me just drink some more, pass out, and I think the week either it was on a weekend or the weekend was coming up. I can't remember if it was on a Friday or Saturday, Sunday, some shit like that. And so some way somehow I spaced out a little bit, and when I kind of was more like awake or aware, I decided I wanted to go for the apple juice, right? But now, somewhere in between there, me not wanting to even try to wobble my ass to the bathroom to take the piss, I hit one of those bottles. I peed in one of those bottles. So, somewhere or another, what I thought it was simply just apple juice, it was either apple juice mixed with piss or it was just straight fucking piss. And I fucking drunk it. I didn't drink all of it, obviously, but I, started like, it was a very fast gulp. And all I could do was, I'm not one of those people who drinks something and then tries to throw up like right after, or I'm like, that, my body just doesn't work like that. So, once it was just down, it was down. I was just like, I was like, oh my God. Wow. I was like, this can never happen again. This never, I don't want this. I don't ever want this again, ever again. So, I left it at that. But I'll admit I felt some significant shame in that moment. Like shame that I had did something so sloppy. Shame that this is something to where like this is something you would never tell a girl. Like you would just never tell her that this shit happened. But I just figure, generally I don't think it's really girls that watch this channel for the most part, nor is it, a story that I figure if I get with some chick and I'm going out with her or whatever, if you ever watch this channel, if she ever watches this, by the time that she has watched this, I've already probably kissed her a bunch of times and done all sorts of shit. So, oh well, but yeah, that happened. So, um, this is what it is. So, this has been the nastiest rant, which I'm sure there's probably going to be more nastiest rants, but this is going to really be titled the nastiest rant, which I know it's not. I know there's worse things out there that are really worthy of being the nastiest rant or rants on YouTube. But because I promised you that you would get that rant, there it is. I hope you guys had fun. I hope someone was able to laugh at my expense. And that's the rant. This is Steve's Art and Fun channel, and have a nice day.